Hello, I'm so glad you tuned into this video. This video is a collection of pictures I've had on my phone, and I'm not even going to tell you how many pictures I have on my phone, but I have been taking photographs of my American Girl dolls. They started out as my daughter's dolls, but now they're mine because she doesn't really do anything with them a long time ago. And I just have so many pictures. I seriously don't want to delete them. So I figured the best way to keep them forever, because I do like going back to my pictures and checking out my very early day photography, I guess I would call it. And in some of these pictures, you could see how I don't get eye level with the dolls, but the photos are pretty fun to me because it helps me appreciate my improved photography skills, I guess, is one thing, and also how my collection has changed through the years. There are items that I had, like Logan, and sold him. Wish I didn't. I'm sure you've been there, done that. Let me know if you sold something that you regret, and I regret selling him. But I know the person who has him, and if I ever wanted him back, she'd probably sell him back to me. Anyway, sorry for that little tangent. Anyway, here are some earlier dolls that I purchased, and I didn't really know their what number they were or who they were, so I put numbers on them and I posted them in one of the Facebook groups. And this is how I displayed my collection in the very early days. I went through so many setups, I'll call them. This here, all these clothes are hanging off a saddle blanket rack that you use at the barn, or we use at the barn for our horses. And this girl is having a drink. I probably had many of those through the years, especially when I was doing purges. Oh God, I did so many purges. And here is Molly. Her little pooch is waking her up. This scene I was pretty proud of. I thought it was cute. This girl, 49, is one of my favorites. And she's wearing Addie's PJs underneath that skirt. By the way, many years ago, my daughter and I transformed the Our Generation barn into the farmhouse behind this girl. And I didn't make a video on the process, but I do have pictures of the process and some items that I used. I should say we used to put this farmhouse together. And the reason why we were inspired to do this is because American Girl came out with Blair's farmhouse, restaurant farmhouse, or whatever you call it, and we didn't have it and didn't plan on buying it at that particular point, so we went to creating our own. But anyway, if you're interested in me putting all those pictures together that I have related to creating this farmhouse, let me know in the comments below, and I'll put a quick video together and just talk you through how we went about making our own farmhouse. Now I added the table and a meal scene with some of Julie's items. And let's see. Oh, I made those cinnamon buns. Aren't they cute? And here's another breakfast spread with these two. And the horse pajamas, I got in a lot, and oh my God, they're so cute. And the little monster pajamas, that's Our Generation, actually. And here is Grandma cooking on Kit's stove. And she's got a pretty nice breakfast scene going over there. This is in Grandma's kitchen as well. More cinnamon buns that I made there. And she looks a little surprised. I have a couple of grandmas actually, and the base head, not the body is American Girl, but the head for the grandma dolls that I have is from a Christmas doll, Mrs. Claus. Here's a close-up of the breakfast that Grandma is cooking. This teapot here is a timer that I purchased at Michael's. I don't know if they have them anymore since that was many years ago, but just in case you're wondering. Here is a mixed bag breakfast spread. A lot of these items come from the American Girl Delicious Breakfast Set, and the doll here is Just Like You, number 21. She was released in 2001, correct me if I'm wrong, and retired in 2018. The pajamas that she's wearing are My Life Asset from Walmart. God, I have so many pajamas. I've been thinking about doing a pajama video. I counted my pajamas recently, and I think I have about 75 pairs of pajamas, which is insane. If you would be interested in seeing that video, leave a comment below. Here's a Chinese New Year scene. Now here is my cute Ruthie wearing a dress that I didn't have, and one of my very good dolly friends that I met through one of the Facebook groups sent it to me as a surprise in the mail. And I have to tell you, I had so many things through the years that have showed up at my door and put a smile on my face and joy in my heart. And that's one of the best things about this doll community, whether it's here on YouTube or in the Facebook groups or Instagram or whatever other platform you're using, is the connection that you have with other people. And there's nothing like it. Here's a scene I put together for Valentine's Day. I probably posted it in one of the Facebook groups, but I had a lot of fun putting it together and creating mini vintage Valentine's Day cards for our besties here. And by the way, I made those t-shirts that they're wearing as well. What do you think of my t-shirts? I like them. Here's a doll scene I put together because I was giving away this sweet doll and recommending for people to read this book, An Invisible Thread. And here's the reason why I did that. It's a whole story. You can read it if you want. Well, that's the story behind this special scene. Now we have Cecil with the scenes from one of the American Girl doll scenes and settings backdrops. I honestly don't remember whose. Maybe it was Addie's. I'm not sure. But anyway, the table and chairs is Addie's. And on the table we have my handmade cinnamon buns and Kirsten's tableware. I'm not sure of the official name. I can't remember. And by the way, the light that you see on the top, I don't have a full picture of it, but that's a Christmas ornament that I purchased at Tractor Supply. I'll be right back. I'm going to go take a couple of pictures for you because I have a new one and I want to take a picture of the one in my doll's pantry. Be right back. So here's a better picture of this ornament in my doll's pantry. Here's the new one that I purchased that I'm going to use for another project. It was only $7.99 without tax, and quite frankly, in my opinion, that's not so bad for a really cool item for your dollhouse. I wanted to show you this ring watch that works perfectly as a wristwatch for my doll, and my number 49 is wearing it. You're probably wondering where you can get something like that, or maybe not. But in any event, I'm going to tell you, so let me show you on Amazon. All you need to do is type in ring watch in the search bar, and you'll get a whole variety of these watches. Based on my search, the cheapest one I found was for $6.99. I didn't buy my ring watch here. I honestly don't remember where I got it. But I'm just showing this to you in case you want to buy one. You could go here. Now here are some pictures from a road trip that I took with a couple of my dolls. As you can see, they're leaving the house very early in the morning in their PJs and their jackets. We were on our way to visit a friend who I met in one of the American Girl Facebook groups. So anyway, back to this. Here are my girls buckled up, and here are the friends we're going to visit. They were ready for us in the backyard when we showed up, and Molly is anxious to get out of the car. Emily is already out and heading over to see our friends. Now we're back in the car. Her face is just too sweet. Oh yes, we need to put our seatbelt on. That's funny. Yes, I love 70s on 7. Aww. Okay, the road trip is over. Look at this amazing cabinet I picked up at my friend's house. I actually have 2 now. So I got one from her, and then the second one I found in a thrift store, and I painted it white, and it's actually in Samantha's ice cream parlor. I have a video on my channel of her ice cream parlor. I'll leave a link down below in case you wanted to check that out. Here is Kirsten. I don't have her anymore, but she is one pretty doll. Look at the face on her, how sweet she is. And Cecil. Up next is Felicity and Elizabeth with their horses. I'm so glad I saved these pictures and I can share them in this video. And more importantly, now I can delete them off my phone. But I've been holding them on my phone for so many years, and being able to put this video together has allowed me to free up space on my phone. Aw, there's my kitty. Everybody's having a drink now. Must have been one of those days. A little baking going on in the kitchen. I'm sure you've seen all this stuff before. Grandma with her grandsons. And this looks like a babysitting scene. The babysitter on the couch and Dad. And Julie's trying to take a shower. There's my daughter. And oh my God. Oh geez, look at this mess. Tell me you can relate, please. Now here we have Joss's Volkswagen Surf Bus. If I remember correctly, this bus was available for purchase for less than a year. I got it as soon as it came out, and that was sometime the end of February 2020. Here's a video of some silliness with my daughter as she opened Joss's bus. Show me the egg. One stinking egg. Let me see the egg.
Toys will be in your shot soon.
What are you doing? Would you stop? Oh shit, what was that? What was that? What maneuver was that? I don't know what she did. My God, I can't get ready for my sale with all this commotion going on around me.
Replay that.
Okay, we have to cut. My daughter was 13 when we made that video, and that's just an impromptu video. And at the time we were doing a lot of vlogging because that was in for her and she liked doing it. And we picked up a lot of candid scenes here and there, and I came across that one, and since it involved American Girl dolls, I figured I would include it in this video. This picture is of my dolls packing their lunch boxes for school. Look at all the snacks they're sticking in the lunch boxes. Aww, this is such a cute picture. Dad is wearing the apron and Mom is holding the little baby. And this is just another view of the same scene. This looks like a scene of Mom and Dad coming home, and Logan was the babysitter and he's sleeping. Oh, that's my cat Willow. Now this is a really good memory, and you'll understand why in just 1 second. This is the first night of sleep for my number 4. She arrived this same day, and I put her in Julie's bed to get a good night's rest. How silly. Here are some scenes of Mary Ellen in her Airstream. I love this piece. It is so much fun to set up scenes and take pictures. The colors are just perfect, and I thought that this outfit would be ideal for the scene that I was looking to set up. And of course, back then in her day, comic books were a good source of entertainment. Here's Elizabeth wearing Caroline's work dress and her boots. That outfit was $32 when it was released in 2015. And look at these eBay sold prices. Holy moly. Here are our best friends in Caroline's Parlor. Now we have some Easter scenes of our dolls coloring Easter eggs with handcrafted t-shirts made by my daughter. This is when she was into making t-shirts, but those days are over now. Now I make t-shirts. Pool time. Little sunbathing for Kit. I think she has a nice suntan, don't you? Oh my goodness. I love looking at these old pictures. This is so much fun. Oh, that must have been the start of the pandemic. My doll had her mask on, and she made friends with this mountain lion. You may be wondering why this doll has hot dogs lined up on his arm. Well, there's a good reason for that. There's a restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island called the New York System, and they make these hot dogs a special way. You would think that they have these hot dogs in New York. Well, they don't. I wanted to show my doll doing the same thing as the folks in the restaurant do, as you can see. Today, pictures on the internet show these folks wearing gloves when they're making the hot dogs, but you don't see anything on their arm. And I can't even believe as a kid, I never thought about all the hot dogs that I ate that were lined up on the workers' hairy arms, because most of the time it was men. I don't ever remember even thinking about the fact that the hot dogs rested on the forearm of the person making them. Now I think about everything. I guess the pandemic and growing up taught me a lot because I would never eat those hot dogs today. Here's a picture of the inside of the restaurant. Definitely looks 1970s-ish, right? Could fit into Julie's era. If you want to know more about this restaurant and the hot dogs, the history, and anything else, here's the owner, and he does a video that's here on YouTube called 3 All the Way. So all you have to do is put that in your search bar and you'll hear more about these hot dogs. They're very famous in Rhode Island, and they serve them in other restaurants, but the restaurant that I'm showing you the video of is the first restaurant and the most famous one of all. Next up is some video footage of some fun times with my daughters the day that Joss's grill came in the mail.
See, I thought one of you like...
You need to use the tongs.
They're not hot.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now we have to wait for the light to go out. We're doing a demo. The light went out. Ah! The light's out. See, it has lines, right? See it?
These are supposed to go on a grill. These are like Sage's things.
Sage's tamales?
Yeah.
Ow! Put it in the plate. All right, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm interested in your thoughts as to whether or not you like these types of videos, just some photographs, possibly some movies of certain times where I actually took a video, and if you like me to talk about the pictures and chit chat, or maybe turn some music on and let you just enjoy it with music. I'm not too sure. I'm sort of new at trying to figure out the format for something like this, and maybe you've watched other videos. The first video I did like this, I just put music on, and I'm not sure if the music is the right way to go or the narration. So if you could drop me a comment and let me know, I would really appreciate your feedback, because I make these videos for you. I make them for myself too, because I get to share my doll world with you, but I'm not too sure on what the right approach is all the time. So any feedback on that would be greatly appreciated. Here are a few videos. If you haven't watched them, these are the thumbnails. I'll include a link to all of them below so that you could just click on the link and head straight to the video and not have to go through my whole library of videos. And God knows, I've made a ton of videos in a little bit over a year. I can't believe it. Lastly, if you could just give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Maybe even share it and get other people to watch my content. If you actually enjoy it, maybe they will too. If you're not a subscriber, now is probably a good time to press that subscribe button and notification bell so that you get an alert when I drop new videos. Speaking of videos, I'm going to start working on my next video that will drop within the next week. And until that time, take care of yourself and have fun with your dolls.